Greetings again, Internet. This is again Greg Campbell, also known as Enderire. Last time, we went on a count-to-money spending spree. This time, we're going to be exploring the depths of the insanity of River City. Additionally, one other note. In the most successful run of the D&D Xeen campaign, there was a little bit of interaction with River City in the form of the two parties mixing. The one known as the Intrepid Adventurers, which my friends played as, and which I'm effectively playing right now, and the default Xeen party. Seymour had a habit of calling the rogue or the thief of the party a guildsman, due to the association with rogues and thieves being a prominent member of River City society. In my D&D campaign, City Hall was the Thieves Guild. And now, back to our regularly scheduled insanity. And this is a reference to Vertigo and Money Doesn't Grow on Trees. I didn't find money, but I found a wand of magic arrows. I'm not suggesting that you go rifling through your lawn looking for magic items, but if you do happen to find some, I'd be curious. Here's another tip. Most spells will bypass a target's AC. Therefore, instead of trying to shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot against something with a really high AC, a thief or a rogue in this case, I'm just gonna shoot him with an energy blast. From Vel. That's awfully expensive. Yay, everyone hits! At least enough for me to win the fight. It does help that I have all these Day of buffs. And when I said insanity, I really meant it. Fortunately, I have just the cure after a word from our regularly scheduled combat. Yes, after a word from our regularly scheduled combat. The sun just rose over the span of a turn. That's interesting. Look at Pinzero. He looks angry and mean and so very intent. Or intense, depending. Kintari looks like, oh dear, oh my. Did I just fart? I better cure people of their insanity before they start enjoying it. So, insanity boosts someone's might and speed and reduces their intellect, personality, and accuracy. So it's bad for everyone. At least in theory. If I wait long enough, the insanity will increase in severity. Rest. I only have 1 day's worth of food, meaning I'd better go to Tavern Xanadu fairly soon. And now the party has 0 days worth of food. But I still have enough for 2 more rests. Just to be safe, I will head out to Tavern Xanadu in Shangri-La. After I kill this beggar, because he's here. And here's another reference to another game. I need 90 experience points? Oh. Hmm. Where'd they put that magic mirror? Ah, there it is. Tavern Xanadu is at the end of the line over here. I had just about enough. And now, I hear the secret password for Newcastle Dungeon is laboratory. Not much of a secret if you ask me. You hear that, Dora? Elona was an explorer years before you came along. The moons will align when you are able to visit the dark side. Basically, if you have dark side of Xeen and clouds of Xeen installed at the same time, you'll be able to go back and forth between the worlds when you find the portal. Once you have purchased a dungeon, you will have no need for mega credits. And I wonder, how does he know this? How does he know that there are mega credits? Because it's a game, that's why. Shangri-La welcomes you. Kubla Khan is a reference to apparently a real guy who had something regarding a pleasure dome. Go look him up. I mean, on the internet, not in this game. This will take us to the basement of Castle Alamar, where we will need to go to complete the game. However, if we go there, that is just asking for instant death. Lord Xeen already has the 6th mirror. Oh yes. What was I doing? Doing Rivercity a favor by clearing out its insane population. From what I understand, night in this game begins at 8 p.m. It might begin at 9. Ooh, 250 gold each. Well, since I left the area, let me check on the smithy because, well, those things should have respawned. And I'm glad I closed that gate. Still not enough for Cold Ray. Well, I'm glad I got that food refill. Hmm. The, I'll revive ye! It's not vengeance yet. No one's died. And this is how you're expected to go through most of the game. Kill something, step back, save, rest. It's very methodical, and sometimes slow. He's a barbarian. Why can't he wear things on his legs? Hey, I can almost smell the beautiful night air in Rivercity, this cozy little park. And no, it's not the spell of money. Or trees. Let's see, I've killed a bunch of robbers and I've killed 8 of them and gotten a bunch of money. Does this mean I've robbed the robbers? I don't think so. It's a coin of fists. I was going to say something, but its rating would probably be inappropriate for this channel. Hmm, 3 of them. This ought to be a challenge. Alright, it might be a challenge. Yes, it is a challenge. No, Body Knock does not know Lightning Bolt. Hmm. You notice the importance of keeping offensive casters handy? If not for them, my enemies would get a lot more hits in, and I'd be much less able to hit them. That was a whiff. That was a whiff. That was a whiff. You guys are trained warriors. Why can't you hit this sneaky, agile guy in front of you when all the casters... Well, the wizards can. Okay. The answer? Stats. Lots and lots of stats. Apparently that was poisoned. So, note to self, don't drink from that well yet. All this stuff is of standard quality with no affixes. That's a prefix or a suffix, by the way. Combing this area before I move on. Ooh, I found a mace, but it's of standard quality, so I don't need to look. And yes, I could reload to reroll the treasure, but it's not important right now. That does not point out that it's a secret. And now, robbers. It helps to memorize the turn order. Strax, the robber, goes first, followed by the enemies, then Vel, then Body Knock, and then I think Kintari, Benzero, Nosalik, Strax. Yep. And this happens consistently because the turn order is based on speed. All right. I'm glad I shut that door, and that enemy waited so patiently where it did for so very long. I'm gonna try this. It's a rubber boss. Whiff. Not a whiff. Why does he tell me to talk to the hand? He actually hit. Also, my audience, is it me or does it look like that guy's wearing a mask from V from Vendetta? I'll let you decide. This guy is going even before Strax. He must be fast. Whew. Strax found them all. It's a crystal mole, which looks pretty spiffy. How does it compare to Benzero's platinum cudgel? We'll find out in a bit. I think that was the boss of this area, but let's investigate further just to ensure that we are correct. It's time for lightning bolts. Good, hit all three. It's time for energy blast, because that's all she can afford to cast right now. They dropped in 0. Ow. Since he has such a horrible hit rate, let me see if... You know what? Let's just use this. Let's blow in some magic arrows. And it actually hit and dealt some damage. It's an orb of pain. But I'm not looking to cast pain, I'm looking to cast Cure Wounds to bring up my party members. Yes, let's do this whistle strategy again. That's my last energy blast from her for the moment. We're actually hitting! Congratulations! I'll proceed to go behind this very safe gate, rest up, and proceed. Wait, are there traps? No. It's 5,000 gold and 100 gems. Ah! Yes, there's a trap known as the 2 robber bosses that appeared right behind me when I was trying to get that chest. I'm just gonna run and reload. One other thing of note in this game, and also I think Might and Magic's 1 through 5, if you successfully flee from a battle with an unconscious party member, that party member dies. Which is why you be careful about things. It may seem like I'm in a very sticky situation, and there is a solution. It's called teleportation. Warp 2 squares this way, and shut them in. Let's see what sort of funding I have. 5,000 gold? Let's see if we can just take them out. Good, it hit both of them. You know what? Jewel of Conflagration. Cool, hit both of them. Well, I hope that would have hit. Since the magic arrows were working so well before, Jewel of Conflagration. Maybe I should save that just in case I need it for something more important. They get 3 hits each per turn. No, you talk to the hand. Hmm. Vel, yes, can very much use it. And she only has 36 hit points. And Vel is out of ammo. Of the magical variety. Keep the casters awake. And by awake, I mean conscious. And we'll try to smack him. Miss. Body knock? Cool! Drax found some interesting things. He found a steel dagger. Good. And a pearl poleaxe. Which I'm pretty sure is better in this case than a steel flail. So I'm just going to give it to him with the assumption that it's better. And if it turns out that I need to change, I will. Yeah, the steel flail is definitely better than the plain old longsword. We get an arrow to the face. At least it's not an arrow to the knee. That hurt! He should know Awaken. We can fix that in a little bit. He knows Awaken, and now he casts it. Standard operating procedure. You've probably seen this 20 times already. Casters casts, non-casters do something that tries to be useful. We're reloading. With 3 robber bosses in there, I want to be at full strength. We cast Jump to get 2 spaces away, and then we start casting Energy Blast because, well, greater range on it. And apparently, that made them forget where I was. Anyone else really need it? Nah. This routine I'm doing right now is the essence of World of Xeen. Casters cast, non-casters try to be useful. And sometimes non-casters succeed in being very useful. And outside of combat, things do change somewhat. As for why I prioritize the casters so highly, they're the ones who can reliably hit the enemies right now. And Strax found a helmet. It's a steel helmet. Now I get these. Okay, we're dealing with the possibility of an ad here. And let's be courageous. Where did you come from? I had no idea they could attack so much. Yes, I did. I just forgot about it. Discretion is the better part of valor. Bait them, run away. They're so intent on trying to hit me. At least have them come through the door. This is only a standard robber. And again, just in case, we do this. Two robber bosses? Alright. Finally, Noslick hits. Hmm. I expected something like that. Alright. I could make a joke about how these robber bosses are robbing me of hit points, but I already didn't. Yes, time to bring the pain, Kintari. Bring that pain. Hmm. Come on, Vel, do your heroics! I'm pretty sure that he will not kill any members of my party, but it's just a matter of wearing him down. Who do we save and who don't we? Body Knock needs hit points the most. And he still went KO. Hmm. Yes, I'm tired of fighting you, robber boss. I want to collect my reward of lots and lots of yummy experience and get out of here. Thank you. Yes, I could farm this spot by coming back to this area, but I prefer not. Once for me right now is enough. Gem of Vaccination? So it removes poisoning? Wind Charm? Wow, that increases his speed. This gave him 17 speed. That's a lot. I'll keep it. And hallelujah. There's nothing in, on, or under the bed, and that is a reference to Sesame Street. Princess Roxanne's tiara. Apparently, someone stole the tiara and put it into a chest with 1,000 gold, which is now mine. Oslick found a belt. A chance belt. Alright, apparently we're done with this section of Rivercity, and it's time to go do some street fighting. It, I might be whiffing so much because my party's so low level. And one more thing that's been bugging me. Let's head to Shangri-La just to ensure that both my wizards can cast Lightning Bolt, which is a very important spell in this game. Spells are along the right here. Here. What does this do? At least for me, I prefer not to have a bunch of miscellaneous spells cluttering up my spellbook. Therefore, if I don't intend to use it long term, I'm probably not going to take it. Unless it's just that good. The weak condition is not that penalizing, and it can be removed just by sleeping. Therefore, it probably isn't worth it to get the spell to remove that condition. However, let's see what's happening in the world of equipment. A steel longbow for 30k? Or a platinum sling for 2500? I know what I'm getting. Considering the sell price of this crystal maul is 5400 and the buy price of this gold mace is only 2500, I'm pretty sure this is better. However, let's do something I call identification. Identify a crystal maul. Plus 5 accuracy, 8 to 23 damage. That looks pretty good. As opposed to this pearl poleaxe, which is plus 6 damage and 13 to 43 damage. Noslik can keep with this two-hander. And since I know these things for the moment, I don't have to actually give him money for the record. So there. Does anyone here lack a ranged weapon? You do. You can use that sling. Let me check out what else I can get. It's a personality belt, which looks like it belongs on you because it gives me extra spell points. Same thing with the leadership charm. But, oh, he has all this miscellaneous stuff. Apparently wizards cannot use cudgels. Oh well. Just so that Kintari can more reliably hit, I'll give him this for the moment. Even if it does deal less damage. I'll take the accuracy bonuses. Still, 30,000 gold for a steel longbow? Is it signed by the creators of the game? I'll take that as a no. Back to Rivercity. And our clearing of the insanity. Arnold's Gym. I see that you are pale and weak. For 1,000 gold, I will teach you bodybuilding so that you can put some meat on your bones. Because I'm going to pump you up. Yes, please. Actually, that's bonus hit points. That's not Arms Master. We can come back here once we have all the relevant money. Fighting is simple. I'll teach you to be an arms master in one easy lesson for 300 gold. If it's so easy, why don't I know it already? But okay, I will gladly accept your training, Flint. And thank you for giving me an increased accuracy. So there. Linden's Temps. This is a place where you can just keep earning money for your party, but it ages your people. This is useful if, say, you want to make you're using the default party as a dummy party, and you're going to make some real characters later. You get them to Rivercity, you put a bunch of money in the bank, and then you just keep working them indefinitely. This has the potential to give you a bunch of money if you're just so close to getting something, but it also has the great ability to take away the challenge from the game depending on how much you use it. Use at your own discretion. I'm not a big fan. It's very, very possible to complete this game without using a temp service like that. There is also one on the dark side in Castleview. Bull's Tavern. The tavern hired the sorceresses to run Barak out of town. So apparently Bull does not like sorceresses. Real adventurers try deep mine alpha. And that is a reference to the Dwarven mines. If Barak ever got his pendant back, this place might charge me for drinks. And with all this talk about Barak's pendant, we have to get it, or at least we should get it. Now this is a wild town. I'm not sure what to say, considering that you look like a 90s punk with your green hair, and you have that jewelry up your nose. If you want to see a greater picture of that, as in one in a higher resolution, search for Heroes of Might and Magic 2 character portraits. If you like to fight, say Warzone to a mirror. Oh, I thought those were cross earrings. They aren't. There's a significant spell point difference between Vel and Body Knock. Right now it's 18, or the equivalent of 3 energy blasts. But apparently the Lightning Bolt spell does not change in its cost, which is good. An Iron Rapier? Come on, Iron Plate Mail! I'll take it. Nosik found a spear. Made of brass. Who makes a spear out of brass? For combat purposes. If you say the name of a town into a mirror, it will take you there. That is very good to know, Mr. Asian Indian? Sorry, Asian Cowboy? I think? It's a coral buckler. This is not made of the sea. Yay, more AC all around! As slots get filled. The sorceresses of Rivercity have stolen a magical pendant of mine. I want it back, and I will reward you if you return it. He is very straightforward, and he kind of looks like President Snow from the Hunger Game movies. Mr. Sutherland, I presume? Does this actually do anything? Yes, and that's good. Because if it didn't, I might be sad. Or just, well, not necessarily. Sorceresses deal a bunch of spell damage. It makes sense, but I thought you'd like to know. More specifically, they enjoy casting Fireball. That is a lot of gems. Come on, lightning bolts. And very smartly, she incapacitated both of my arcane casters. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that she was being wise about this. Yes, it is possible for certain spells to miss, or not hit every target, which would constitute a miss. All that for some experience points, 3 gold and 25 gems? That feels kind of lacking. But at least that corner of the area is clear. So, my team may be crazy, but at least they can hit really, really hard. And apparently no one's waiting to be served at the bank. That'll accrue some interest over the coming days, months, weeks, years. If I go back here, I have a feeling I'm just gonna encounter a bunch of robbers of the variety that I've already killed. Now I can cast Mental Integrity twice before I have to go to sleep. Yay, everyone's back to full. Let's finish this Rivercity journey by finding out what's happening over here. Huh, apparently they're all gone. And yet my danger sense is still tingling. Yep, that's still looted. Don't know why it would become unlooted, but yeah. could be worth it. At least someone leveled. Kintari in this case. Alright, let's find out what this area holds. And good. The Yang Knights have no ranged attacks, although they can apparently hit 2 people at a time. And they get 3 attacks per round. And they're worth 1,200 gold each. I like them already. Though this begs the question. If the robbers are robbing, why do they have less money than these Yang Knights? Are the Yangs simply richer? And apparently these Yangs really hate robbers because Strax is getting targeted pretty much exclusively. Apparently if you no longer face them, it goes into that is the end of the battle mode? You know what? I can just take them as they are. For guys that give more money, these enemies are nowhere near as threatening as the robbers. But then again, I've leveled and I've gotten better stuff, so that might be why. No one's there, because after all, who wants to be in a park with a bunch of Yang Knights? Ah! Apparently more Yang Knights. And I have a feeling, a strong feeling, that there are more knights behind this wall. Well, they may not be that tough individually if you have range on them. Facing a surprisingly high number of them is enough to affect one's morale. Nosalik, you're a barbarian with a very magical or enhanced two-handed weapon. I like you, but for some reason you simply cannot reliably hit. Why? Did I just find Yang Knight headquarters here? That didn't do as much as I expected. So they're going to hit me up to 9 times per round, with the attacks spread out. We just need to reload. And I'm sad that I didn't actually save. Actually, I did save. Never mind. Venomous Boots. Iron Belt. Does this affect his AC at all? No. But it's good vendor trash. I do have a plan, however. Kill this guy. Break open that wall behind which is Yang Knight headquarters. Have everyone retreat. Come back here. And then be able to face all of them at full strength. Well, when I'm at full strength. Alright. Discretion is the better part of valor. And there was one occasion in one of the Xeen campaigns, the one with the Artificer, that they encountered a Yang Knight stronghold from which they had to retreat due to the sheer numbers of them and the fact that when these Yang Knights hit something, they would heal one of their party members. Alright, with that done, we go back to this. Or yeah, I gotta get these people some offensive spells that they can cast. For example, he can cast Cold Ray, but that's taking the vast majority of his spell points. You know what? Lightning bolts! Lightning bolts! And one of the enemies is in the red for HP. That's good. That's very good. Well, if the martial characters can't hit the enemies, the best strategy is to keep everyone alive while the casters bring them down. Further proving that casters are more powerful than non-casters in general in this game and in D&D. At least D&D 3.5. Probably also other editions too. It's a glass kite shield? Alright, I'll take this gem of acid spraying. And perhaps spray acid. Gnostic found a breastplate. It's acidic. Let me see if we can get something better from this roll. Come on, spiffy stuff. Coral kite shield. I'll take it. And now, it looks like it's chest time. It's another 5,000 gold and 100 gems, which I shall promptly cherish. And this leads to Yang Knight headquarters. Everyone, retreat, run for your lives. Interesting. Good, everyone escaped. Mm. Back to the trainer, and let's see if I can train to the next level. Good. Finally, I can cast Lightning Bolt twice per character. And that made much less of a dent than I'd hoped. Or I can only cast it 3 times total. The upside to this is that if I don't have the spell points or gems to cast a spell, or otherwise cannot cast a spell, I don't actually lose my turn. So, hallelujah. At least the martial characters are tanking like champions and opening locks like experts. Noslik found a kite shield and gauntlets, pearl gauntlets. Cool. Oh, that significantly upped my AC from 20 to 30, or 20 something to 30. This is perhaps the most convenient place where I can just kill something, go back like a city block, and then train up. I did not mean to do that. One other note about combat in World of Xeen. You, at least in the base game, I had my Divine Casters casting Cold Ray and Mass Distortion much of the time. Maybe even most of the time once they could afford it. Spells really are generally the way to go in World of Xeen. Heal it. Anyone else really need this? Well, apparently you need this, therefore, be healed. I'll give it to these Yang Knights to tank like tanks. I think I just noticed this for the first time. It looks like these Yang Knights have bucklers with some sort of kite shield attached. They're kind of like trying to hold both versions of the Captain America shield at the same time. Good, he's in his last 10% of HP. I don't want to aggro any enemies behind this, assuming there are any. Oh, well, the wizards are pretty close to leveling. And let us continue. That looks like the Yang boss. So let us be prepared. And by prepared, I mean, let's check what time it is, see if our buffs will last. Let's see if we even need buffs. In terms of a purely mechanical optimization perspective, I'm not seeing the point of carrying a full-time non-caster. In this mod, he can't hit reliably, he can't handle traps, and yes, he has lots of hit points, but I can heal hit points. So why is he here? The answer being because answers being first because if this is a tribute to the D&D campaign, and second because I really thought he'd be a lot more useful, and that was a mistake. The only stuff hurting these guys right now are spells and items that cast spells. Captain Yang's in the... You know what, let's just put on the day-long buffs. After we rest up one more time just to ensure that these things will last. Can he actually hit? No, and he has the highest accuracy among my party members. Well, maybe he takes another shot. Yeah, let's keep Vel up, because she can actually hit. That was a sigh of exasperation because I feel like a full-time knight or barbarian in this game is useless, even with Arms Master and some very spiffy buffs and equipment. At least a paladin would have given me access to better armor and the occasional cure spell. Maybe it's just the order in which I'm playing these areas. When I use the spell items, it works. And now he is in the red. Therefore, beat him down. It'd be funny if I killed him with a magic arrow item. Sapphire Cloak. Ah, now everyone has a cloak, and that's good. Dense studded jerkin? I know this is protection from normal magic, from like magic element attacks. I think this will have Barok's Pendant. No, but it does have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Checking out resistances. It does increase... this freezing cameo does help with cold resistance. And that would have helped if I had equipped it sooner. Yeah. Mystic Bowstaff. Buddy Knock! I think that does some extra magic damage, as in damage of the magic element. Yep, my wizards are there. At the training threshold. Wow! I got a lot of money. These guys are rich! Let's go shopping, because I'm curious. Mind Broadsword? I think it... I think that the Mind Broadsword does magic damage or slightly increases someone's spell points. Does everyone have gauntlets? You don't. What does this Coral Buckler do? +2 AC versus the Steel Kite Shield. +12 AC. Silver Cap, 4 AC. Leather Boots, 1 AC. Venomous Boots, 1 AC and some acid resistance. Just because I'm curious. Seven? It's 4 AC. Alright, let's finish up shopping and then we can see if we can actually get Barok's Pendant. You may think that I'm being cheap, and yes, I probably am. I want to find out what this thing does. +30 magic damage, plus d6 physical damage. Wow, that's a lot. Let's see what this Mind Broadsword does. +3 intellect. A paladin can equip it, but it only benefits rangers. If it were a Mind Dagger, then my wizards could use it. Yay, Vel's now wearing a cap. I'm not sure if it actually matters if this guy is wielding a weapon, or if we attack with non-magical means at all. Let's see if this makes Noslik live a little bit longer. And as for what weapon he can wield, let's just give him a steel flail. It's something. Dragon Sleep. This spell will put dragons to sleep, if it succeeds. And let us go further shopping in this wonderful place known as Shangri-La. Does anyone else need some more spells? I could give him Cold Ray. Sure, I'll give him Cold Ray. I raise dead in the off chance that it's wise for me to use. I'm not a big fan of that. Similar thing with Resurrection. Now to this smithy. 100,000 gold for a platinum longbow? Ay, ay, ay! Marksman cameo, yes, please. $90,000 for an ebony breastplate? It's like they think I'm made out of money. Maybe one day. Maybe. His accuracy is now 27 or plus 5. Notice how I'm favoring Vel and Body Knock when it comes to armor and weapon choices. If they're the MVPs, may as well give them the best stuff. This gives me +5 accuracy and does basically 3d or d6 plus 17, 18 damage. And for the fun of it, let's just check out Vertigo's equipment dealer. A Mystic Nodachi, a Swift Charm, a Quick Ring, a Might Brooch. Even with those enhancements, Vel's speed is only 25. And I still have not yet found Varrock's pendant. Oh, pendant, where are you? Let's check out the situation one more time to see if I've actually missed anything. Good. I'm hitting something. Ah, I haven't been to this section of town. Stop staring at me that way! Ah! Pray and pay. There we go. Where did you come from? The internet. Okay. Pray, pay, and be healed today. But if I'm praying, why do I have to pay? Is there some sort of line that only one person can be on at a time? Do I have to go through your channel? Does your God only hear me if I'm in this place and I've paid my dues? This is never explained, but then again, it's a game, so there. And behold, the Church of the Basketball. I recall a shirt from high school around 2002. It said, if basketball is your religion, hoopstv.com is your church. I present to you the hoopstv.com church. looking so bent out of shape there, boy? Did the beggar get your mind? How much damage? Sorry, this is not a laugh a minute, folks. I'm just going through the game. Got nothing very important to say right now. Wanting to finish off Rivercity in this video. Ah! Well, congratulations, beggar. You tanked that fireball like a champion. I'm doing the teleport, make you forget about me trick. And let's see if we can handle this sorceress without aggroing her. Apparently, we have to do this. Fight fire with fire? How many gems do I have? 404. I don't like it when people laugh at me if I die. Therefore, let's fix this. Apparently, the game does not entirely forget. I have to be out of her aggro range entirely. Yeah, we gotta do a lot of damage to this girl quickly. Good! No one died! How's that for a slogan? Good. It's good because no one died. My music turned off for some reason. This is the Sorceress section of Rivercity, which apparently you need to clear to get Barok's pendant. Why didn't we just hit her in the crotch? Maybe that's why she's acting so goofy, because we always aim for the crotch. Well, I guess I just have to pull out the buffs. Which I was hesitant to use because, well, they're so very expensive in terms of gems. But hey, if it means I get through this with less real time spent, it might be worth it. Fight fire with fire in this case. That felt kind of disappointing. So apparently Bonanak is unconscious, but he's still able to change out his stuff. Don't think too hard. Apparently no one wants to talk in the Sorceress Park either. Yes, that did kind of sound like a car park, but it's the Sorceress Park instead. Anyone here? No. A stiletto? No. Not useful. Buckler? Not useful. I guess we just have to rest at the gate. And then try this wand of fiery flails. That hurt. It really hurt. When they're killing me outright, I guess it's time that I should buff. As I also guess it's time to bring out the big guns, lightning bolts. And in a few levels, I assume, I'll be able to cast Implosion for 1,000 damage against a single target, assuming it hits and the target does not save. I'm giving this the benefit of the doubt and saying she needs to die absolutely immediately. That wasn't enough to restore him to consciousness? I wonder what these spells are. Okay. So is it a matter of we hit her in the crotch and so she kills my party? And by the way, there's no way to silence enemies in this game, like in, for example, World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy. That's useful in killing one of them. However, how much... Too few spell points. So far, these sorceresses have been the toughest foe yet in Rivercity. Ah! Well, there went that opportunity. Wow! At least everyone's still alive. Warrior Scarab? Well, it's mine now. What do you mean I've equipped all the medals that I can? Is there some sort of medal limit on my jacket? I... Mine is 26, which is still a +5. There go my buffs, and about 100 gems. I gotta stop using those day of buff spells. Those are just stupid expensive. Did I make him insane? Yes. How did I guess that? I've seen that condition enough in this video segment. Is there some way that I can, like, zip in? Is there some way I can, like, zip in and get the treasure, or, yeah, get the treasure without having to die or face so many things in combat? Probably, if I reload enough times. Seems like Energy Blast and lightning Bolts do a similar amount of damage, just a matter of whether it's against one target or up to 3. Time to unleash the Cold Ray! He hit all 3 targets in this space and 3 targets in the space behind them. That's right. How's my food supply? I'm in good shape. Are these trapped or empty? Not trapped, but it's like trick and treat. Really? I come all this way for a bunch of chests that have 1 gold and 1 gem? It feels like a letdown. It feels like a joke from the developers. But I'll take it because I like my money and I like my gems. And I think at the end of the hall there, past the sorceress boss, is a treasure chest. Let's check it out on the radar. With a teleport. Strax picked the lock. Good, I found Varrock's magic pendant. And I need to get out of here. Pronto. And this is why we picked teleport for all of our needs. Though we probably should go back in there and kill them for the experience points, but nah. Let's see what happens when we talk to Varrock without killing the sorceress boss. Does the sorceress boss just disappear? It would also help if I went the correct direction. So, here we are. Talk to Varrock. Thank you for returning my pendant. Please accept the enchant item spell as your reward. I will also return the drinking fountain to normal. There is a drinking fountain? Cool, 80,000 experience. So, let's assume I go train at street fighting. It's worth a level to everyone. Or two. And now my music's back, so yay. Let's see what happens. Oh, they're not gone. They're not gone at all. The enchant item, from my understanding, turns an ordinary item, such as a cloak or a katana, into, say, an item with an affix, such as an obsidian katana. I don't have anything that I'm trying to enchant right now, and even if I did, well, I'll just roll with what I got for the moment. I've gone through World of Xeen and never really used the enchant item spell. I've gotten it, but not much care to try it out. I just normally prefer to find stuff or get it from vendors. And to my understanding, there is also no spell which restores the HP of more than one party member at a time. Yes, that was a mistake. Hmm. Wait a minute. If I'm not at full health, Why am I even going there? Now I'm at full health. Let's try that one again. Again, for some reason, the music cut off in this section. And that is a reference to the D&D module Against the Giants. Ow, that hurt a lot. Let's just say I don't have to be there yet. On the good news, I go first. There is no beating them right now. So let's just call it... well, I say call it a draw, but that's not accurate. Let's just say that you win this time. And discretion is the better part of valor, and so on and so forth. Therefore, aside from killing the sorceress boss, we are done in Rivercity. Well, that and checking out some skill vendors over here. I think I checked these already. And good, now we all can cross shallow water because everyone can swim. Why people hang their moles in trees, I don't especially know, but you know what? It's World of Xeen. Don't think too hard. Mountaineering for a mere 5,000 gold. Well, I need 2 people to know it, so I'll roll with that for the moment. Being able to traverse mountains will be very handy, even though I can teleport. But I don't need your guild membership. I'm part of Shangri-La's ultimate guild. Sorry, green-haired nose-ring girl. So, where else have I not yet been in this place? Yes, I know I haven't gotten credit for the Sorceress Boss territory. Magneto the Navigator. Reference to the X-Men. Possibly also a reference to compasses, and the fact that compasses rely on the Earth's magnetic fields to determine direction. And if you put a magnet to a compass, it will screw up the compass. Let's just put it on the same 2 people because. And while I'm here, let me also check out... Ooh, it's about time to put stuff in the bank. I think. If we make a quick stop at the bank... Let's see if we can get 1% interest on this stuff. I'm not sure if we actually got interest, but I'll take it. To Shangri-La for our final check, and then we shall be done with this video. Well, I put this on camera because I'm excited. Thunder Hatchet Golem Smasher. Again, I'm somewhat surprised and somewhat put off by the very, very expensive ranged weaponry. Why? It doesn't need to be this expensive. By far. Does it get me to 150? It gets me over 150. And you know what happens, boys and girls, when you have at least 150 spell points on a wizard in this game? I'll tell you. The Implosion spell, which might be very handy in my fight against the Sorceress boss. And it's also very handy in a farming trick. Turns out the Swift, in this case, is faster than the Quick. This also means I have to take a trip with Town Portal to here, whereupon my financial woes shall be eased tremendously after I get the Implosion spell. Now I have enough money to head to Shangri-La and show you this wonderful spiffy trick. Not here, but here. It's time to make my enemies implode. And now, I'm no longer so concerned about dying here. It also helps if I sleep to full. If the enemy does not save, I kill it in one hit. And if I kill it in one hit, then I get a bunch of money and a bunch of gems. Enough to make this a self-sustaining loop. If I don't, well, it's a loop of pain for me. Come on, imploded devil. Apparently this guy has high saves. What the? Oh, that's because I held the spacebar down. If you push the spacebar on the overworld like this, it will just make you pause a turn. There we go! 6,666 gold and 66 gems. And I got a power ring. Let me see what sort of might boost that gives me. 30 might or a bunch of modifier. Oh yes, these devils, once killed, give some pretty spiffy gear as well. But I will spare you the entire farming loop and just say this is the end of the video for the moment. Next time we'll be checking out those dwarven mines and whatever else tickles my fancy. Thanks again for listening. Good night, and God bless.